Hey there, how's it going? What's up, everybody? Irish Orangutan is back to pass along what you need to know to get better at Madden and grow your MUT team. Enjoy the show. Today, I am happy to be able to bring you another top 10. This is kind of in a short series that I'm bringing about the team builders and team MVPs. The last video that I did have was regarding the team builders and the best players in those specific fits. I'll be coming out with a top 10 of those team builders, but more along the lines of budget players. A couple of those might make the list if they get down in price by the time that I look at them, but we'll probably be looking a little bit further down the line, probably at the 89 overall players, and a little bit lower than that to see what speed demons kind of fit in those lines. But I'm excited to scroll through a couple of these and get things kicked off with you. The first player we are actually going to be looking at is Josh Norman. Part of the reason is he fits on my team really well, but after looking at some of his stats and just watching him play, when I was going through some solos, I was just kind of doing some other things and letting my defense play. It was really nice for those 20 for the scouting. You're just able to get through those kind of just by playing defense, and that was really, really nice. But he was just coming down with pick after pick after pick, and looking at his stats, he is tremendous at catching the ball, and his acceleration and agility are where you need them. They're actually over his speed. So if you think Richard Sherman and can fit him in somewhere like that, but he has a little bit better ball skills. He has the speed. We already saw what he had for catching earlier, but he had the 88 spectacular catch. He is just dynamic going up and getting the ball, and 89 just regular catching. He has the press, he has the man, he has zone, he has a play rec, he has everything you need at quarterback. He is a little bit slower compared to other top end quarterbacks, but if you're able to chem him up at all, he'll be right where you need him to be. I have him at 97, not on the Redskins theme team, so he fits in really, really well for any team. You need to go out and get this guy. At number 9, we have Andrew Norwell. He is outstanding at his position. If you bump up his pass block finesse with, what are we using for that? West Coast, and just power him up, he'll be to the 99 pass block power and pass block finesse. He will be perfect at just protecting you on that side of the line. His run blocking is also top notch. He is a great left guard. His speed is a little bit under what you want. The one knock that he does have is he cannot lead the way, but his impact blocking is up there as well. He is great at what he does. This can be your end game left guard. It's kind of sad that his lead the way isn't a little bit higher because there's no way he would get to 99 almost immediately. He's a great player to have on your team for the rest of the year, so consider going out and purchasing him. I did have him for a brief period of time, and then I re-rolled him because I have invested in Quentin Nelson heavily. Also, he is that. And coming in at number 8, we have Joel Bitonio. I do apologize for having these two so close together, but Joel is just a little bit better. If you put zone run on him and just power him up, his pass and run blocking stats are going to be right where you need, 98, 99. If you have Coach Madden passing, there'll be 99s everywhere. His strength's a little bit lower than what we had just looked at in Norwell, but his speed is 76. So if you pull, he is going to be a little bit better at being able to get out where you need him to get. It also has a 94 run blocking, but he does not have lead the way. Otherwise, he would be the best left guard in the game by far. I still have considered going out and upgrading to him, but Quentin Nelson is perfect He's 98, 99 at running the ball in that direction. Sadly, he is a little bit slower as well. We can scroll all the way up real fast. But Joel is just a little bit better than Norwell. He can be your end game left guard if you have not went out and invested heavily somewhere else. He really is a player that you should consider going out and getting because you will not need to worry about that position for the rest of the year. Coming in at number 7, we have Taylor Moton. Part of the reason he is so high or on the list at all is because there's kind of bare bones right tackles. You have Lane Johnson if you want the speed guy that is good at pass blocking, or you have Willie Anderson if you want the slower player that can do everything that you need him to. And with his Ultimate Legend coming sometime shortly, he'll be very, very good at right tackle. But with Taylor Moton, he has a good blend of both. He has 69 speed and he has near perfect run blocking stats. And if you come up his pass blocking stats, those can be near perfect as well. They will not be able to get to the 98, 99 region, but as you can see with Lane, it's hard to get there even with the best right tackle kind of in the game in my consideration, and that's mainly due to his 80 speed powered up. But Moten is a great fit and really someone that if you pull him, you should feel very fortunate that you were able to get him on your team. Coming in at number 6, we have Kenny Galladay. He is tremendous at getting down the field. As you can see, he hits all of the route running kind of thresholds that you want to be concerned about. He has great spectacular catch at 6'4". He's even an inch taller than Julio Jones, has the 95 speed, has 95 catching. He really is a dynamic player that if you add him to your team, let's go look at his comparison to Randy Moss. It'll feel rather similar. Without him being powered up, those are almost identical with Randy being just a little bit better. But Galladay is Randy Moss Jr. He does have the issue with Randy Moss that he cannot run block, so that is a little bit of a knock on him. But if you just want someone to run down the field, that is a scary blend of 90s, as you can see on the left side of the screen. Coming in at number 5, we have Xavier Howard. He has great speed and much like a lot of the other corners that came out, has great press as well. His man coverage is absolutely outstanding. If you didn't have to worry about bolstering up his zone, you wouldn't have to put lockdown on him. But considering that, you'll probably have to put lockdown to get his zone all the way up. But if you run man exclusively, he really is absolutely dangerous at what he does. He's a little bit stiff in the hips, but at 6'1", that's a little bit understandable. Has decent catching, good tackle, really good jumping, really a good player and a good fit. Dolphins fans have been talking about how good he is all year, and even Dolphin journalists have been trying to talk him up as much as they can. Really is a great player, and I'm happy he finally got the upgrade that everyone that has been watching him believes that he deserves. Coming in at number 4, we have Julio Jones. His ability to be able to run over the middle, run down the field, catch the ball anywhere that you need him to, and also be able to run block just puts him on another level. As you can see, he is a little bit lower in most categories compared to Calvin Johnson. I'm excited to add Julio to the team and show you exactly what he looks like compared to Calvin with his boost. Um, just pretty much imagine plus ones and some speed on the sides. Um, he's able to do things similarly to some other top end receivers. Has a 6'3" height, so puts him above someone like a Brandon Cooks. But his run blocking ability just makes him even better than those other players. As you can see, 66 run block. A lot of these other guys are, well, 65. That's actually really good for Brandon. I had forgotten how good he was, but as you can see with Randy, down to 47, Tyreek 45, and Calvin is not too terrible with 60 either. Excuse me, but look a little bit further. Impact block 67. See if Calvin's is up there. 60 or 57, excuse me. Brandon's is down to 50. And if you have him moving with lead block, so Brandon's just good if you are going up against someone against the line of scrimmage. So as you can see, Julio is just better at run blocking than even the other upper echelon receivers that have the 99, 97 stats. So if you run the ball a lot, this is the receiver that you need because he can be that scary over the top guy as well. Coming in at number 3, shouldn't be comparing him with himself, but it's the only close comparison that we really have. We have Von Miller. He really is a great player with his power move and finesse move being over the 90, but his power move, if you power him up, being at 99 just straight up. You can just put up his run stuff, and you can have a crazy person over there. Um, if you were to power him up, gets a 91 speed, Coach Madden, 92, and you have the top level of sprinter that gets him up to 94, and at an outside linebacker that's blitzing, that is absolutely scary. His tackling, play rec is all up there where you want it to be. There are some other players that can do similar things to what he can at this point. He is definitely upper echelon and one of the best at what he does, but being a little bit undersized, that scares you a little bit sometimes. But with his other attributes and still the tackling and strength being high enough, this is really something that you need to consider adding to your team and powering him up if you have an upper echelon team. Coming in at number 2, we have Jerry Hughes. The one knock on him is his strength, but everything else on his card is absolutely scary. He has 98 block shed, so he will be making plays in the backfield all day. As you can see, he even compares favorably to Myles Garrett. If Myles didn't have the plus ones, it would be even closer. Garrett, I feel a little bit more comfortable putting at defensive tackle and not worrying about his strength being affected. But putting Jerry on the outside, I mean, I wouldn't even be scared to put him at outside linebacker, but putting him in a 4-3 defensive end or even 3-4, as you can see what Jabal Sheard has been able to do all year with his finesse move being up to the 98 overall. If you power him up at 97 base level, he's a scary player that you should be putting on your team no matter what level you are. And coming in at number 1, we have Antoine Bethea. He is the best strong safety in the game, in my estimation. Even comparing him to Ed Reed, with Ed Reed being powered up, I would probably, if I could swap, I would take Bethea. He has that extra just thump that Ed Reed does not have. Ed Reed is a terrific ball hawk, do not get me wrong, but Bethea is great at what he does, and having the tackling up there as well, along with the pursuit, just allows him to do everything that he needs to do. He is obviously more comfortable in the zone, but having the man at 90 as well just allows him to do anything that you need him to do. He is the same height as Ed Reed, so going up against Jimmy Graham might be a little bit of an issue, but there are lots of ways to scheme around that if you do have a player that likes to do those sort of things against you. If you move him down the box, he becomes even scarier, getting him up to 99 speed. Talking more and more about this, I kind of want and need him on my team. It might be the next investment that I do make. I do want to go out and get the Von Miller and Julio Jones for my team as I've been powering them up throughout the year, but Antoine Bethea is definitely on my short list of players that I want on my team as well. If you think your team's MVPs deserve to be on the list or a little bit higher than what I did rank them, definitely let me know in the comments below. I appreciate you staying until the end, and I wish you all the best. Take care, everybody.
Thanks for checking into the Irish Orangutan channel. Keep coming back to keep getting better at Madden and growing your MUT team. There'll be at least 5 videos up a week, so make sure to subscribe and also hit the bell right next to it to make sure you see them all. Come by Twitch to engage or hit me up on Twitter at Irish Orangutan. Take care, everybody.